According to a Norwegian international affairs researcher, the images people in Russia are being shown by the official media are far from the brutal reality of the Ukraine war. Russian President Vladimir Putin is reportedly painting a completely different picture of his ongoing invasion of neighboring Ukraine. For people only consuming Russian media, it comes across as there being an ongoing special military operation in Ukraine, which has the aim of protecting the people of East Ukraine against the so-called nationalistic government in Kyiv. Russian state television aired a short statement by Putin last week, where he described Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's government as a band of drug addicts and neo-Nazis, and claimed most of the Russian army's fighting had been with national groups. The pictures we in the West see of Ukrainian resistance, civilian casualties and people fleeing their homes and the destruction of buildings and properties are being censored by Russian officials. You're also unlikely to see any pictures of Russia appearing weak, or not in control of the war. Speaking about pictures showing the bodies of Russian soldiers, Natalia Moen Larsen, researcher at the Norwegian Institute of International Affairs, told Norwegian newspaper Verdens Gang (VG), no. Images such as this aren't shown on official channels in Russia. The pictures in question were taken in the city of Bucha, which is part of the Kyiv Oblast region. According to VG, Russian tanks entered the city, which is located near Hostomel Airport, but were stopped by Ukrainian forces on Sunday, February 27. Some of the most shocking images of devastation show how an entire convoy of tanks and armored vehicles were obliterated. The charred debris from vehicles completely blocked one of Bucha's main roads, a mere 20 miles from the center of Kyiv. Moen Larsen told VG, they can't admit to the Russian people when things go badly for the Russian forces. Russia needs to appear as the strongest force. According to the researcher, the Russian population is not being shown images of Russia shooting missiles directed towards Ukrainian cities either. The video at the top of this article is one that is being showed to Russian civilians by the tightly controlled media. The video, filed in Kharkiv, shows Russian helicopters flying over Ukraine, painting a different picture of the war. Moen Larsen explained in an opinion piece posted in the Norwegian TV2, that the truth about the war doesn't see the light of day in Russia. The researcher explained how most Russians see Ukrainians as their brothers, and they don't want a war with them. She added, if the Russians were given all the facts they would not be happy. But I don't think they will be given the facts, because there aren't many unbiased sources. Instead, the Russian media is showing pictures of houses that have been bombed in eastern Ukraine, from the area of the country where Russian-supporting separatist forces already had control before the invasion. In addition, people are being shown pictures of Ukrainians throwing Molotov cocktails to defeat the Russians. Moen Larsen explains how this is done to show examples of how the Ukrainian military use civilians as shields. Most of the media in Russia is tightly controlled by the government. Most news organizations are obliged to report the situation the way the government portrays it, VG reports. According to the researcher, most of the Russians get their information from TV. The government-controlled TV stations are very selective with the information they show to the people of Russia. However, even the number of TV stations has been dramatically reduced since the beginning of the war. Moen Larsen said, 2 TV stations were removed on Tuesday, and can now only be found on YouTube. That means not many people can see it. There are perhaps only 100,000 people, in a country with a population of 140 million, that see it. There is a small percentage of Russians who find other sources, and it's becoming increasingly less.